Hey friend, Graham here from recordingrevolution.com. Got a cool video for you today. Two things are happening. One, I'm recording some guitar for a new song that I'm working on, and two, I am sort of demoing the Axe.io audio interface from IK Multimedia. Love the guys there. I've used some of their products for many years, and someone finally got smart and made an audio interface just for guitar players and at an affordable price. So what the Axe.io is a USB interface, professional conversion, amazing specs, typical two-channel interface. You can plug in your microphones. It's got phantom power. It can do condenser. It can do dynamic microphones. But really, its sweet spot is for you if you are a guitar player. It has two guitar inputs on the front. And what's really cool is there's a lot of flexibility in tone shaping. There is different impedances built into the box when you play with the passive and active switch, and you play with the JFET and the pure switch, and then the Z tone knob, which you can dial up and down to kind of create your own sound. It sort of changes the power and the impedance and the flow of, depending on what kind of guitar you're using and what kind of virtual amp you're using, let's say, it will give you vastly different sounds. It's all built on shaping a killer guitar tone, and it gives you a lot of flexibility for a guitar interface. It's not just a basic DI that you're plugging into. It's a whole lot more than that. It's a completely redesigned circuit just for guitar players. It has a built-in tuner, which is just a great idea. Love the built-in tuner, so I don't have to plug in anything else. Obviously, you've got a monitor switch, so you can direct monitor or just hear what's coming off your DAW, and if it's fast enough, you can be able to monitor in real time. A dedicated headphone amp with plenty of power, and then a monitor amp. There's other features with this as well. It has a reamping circuit, so you can actually plug your guitar in direct, record it direct, reamp it out the front into your favorite amp, mic that up, record that amp. So you can do that. It's like a split DI, so you can do that both at the same time, or you can just reamp out after the fact once you've laid down the dry guitar track. This is a well thought out box, which I appreciate it. Clearly guitar players were designing this because it's very functional. Personally, I don't do a lot of reamping, so that's a feature I don't need, but I have many friends that do, and it's very common practice. To have that routing and that feature set built into the interface at the price point it's at, which is around $350, this is insane. Not only that, it comes with a bunch of plugins, specifically Amplitube, which is IK Multimedia's famous guitar amp modeling suite. So you get virtual amps included with this. So it's almost like you're buying the plug-in bundle, but you get the interface thrown in, or the other way around, depending on how you look at it. So this is just a brilliant concept, and I figured, since I haven't used it much, I just opened it up. I wanted to use it on this new project I'm working on. I figured, why don't we just do this together in real time? So I've got my session pulled up here. Why don't I just sort of show you what I'm doing here inside of Pro Tools, but you can use this with any DAW. I'm gonna actually record some guitar parts that are actually gonna go on the track, and we can sort of explore some of the sounds and the options there as well. So this is a song I'm working on with my buddy Ill Factor. It's called Thief. And so what I've got here, we got a bunch of his tracks all set up, and then I've layered some vocals, and now I want to lay down some guitar. So I open up a new track, and I just threw on Amplitube. Okay, so let me throw on some headphones here, and let's take a listen. Okay, so out of the box, not really the sound I'm looking for, but they've got a bunch of presets here. British Collection. So they have crunch. Ooh, let's try. Dial in the Z tone a little bit. And depending on if I play with the tone, if I put the tone all the way to the left, put the Z tone all the way to the right, totally different vibe, right? Let's put it back kind of 10 o'clock. Now if I put the pickup to active, different, and then from pure to J fret. Kind of dig that. So I might go with that tone, and then let's see if we can actually record this thing.
I'll strive with you till the day breaks. I need to know how it feels. I'm thinking freedom when it's already won. I feel the spotlight away from the sun, and I know that I'll take for granted all that you've ever done. But you're giving it away. Yes, you're giving it away.
All right, not bad. So what I might do is just flip on the tuner here, tune up a little bit. Cool. Let's try that one more time.
I'll strive with you till the day breaks. I need to know how it feels. I'm thinking freedom when it's already won. I feel the spotlight away from the sun, and I know that I'll take for granted all that you've ever done. But you're giving it away. Yes, you're giving it away. I'm just a thief in the moonlight. I take the heel and deceive, but you change my name and remake me. Was blind but not.
Let's try the palm mutes again.
I'm just a thief in the moonlight. I take the heel and deceive, but you change my name and remake me. Was blind but now I can see. I'm thinking freedom when it's already won. I feel the spotlight away from the sun, and I know that I'll take for granted all that you've ever done. But you're giving it away. Yes, you're giving it away.
Very cool. So I like that sound. Let's open up another track. Call it Guitar 2. Let's copy Amplitube. Let's get a different sound. Let's make sure we got the input 1. Let's see what we got here. Red Pig. What's that? Ooh, it's red. And let's dial the tone knob down a little bit. Put it on pure. Let's try that. We'll basically play a double, so I'll play the same thing, but on the track to the right. So let me get this back here, put in record mode, and we'll scroll down a little bit. Cool, here we go.
I'll strive with you till the day breaks. I need to know how it feels. I'm thinking freedom when it's already won. I feel the spotlight away from the sun, and I know that I'll take for granted all that you've ever done. But you're giving it away. Yes, you're giving it away. I'm just a thief.
Pretty cool, right? So in essence, out of the box, I mean, I literally just plugged this in and downloaded the software. You get a bunch of amp tones. I'm going to play around with some lead stuff in a little bit here later on in the song. It was that easy to pull up a sound. What I love is you have 3 parameters on the box between the Z-tone knob, the active and passive switch, and the pure and JFET switch to dramatically change your tone. I didn't even play with my tone knob on the guitar yet or the pickup pattern. So this gives me a lot of options. If you're a one guitar person, if you don't have a rack full of guitars to swap out for different parts, which would be nice, right? You have a Les Paul for the guitar on the right, you have a Tele for the guitar on the left, you get different tones. If you don't have that option, usually I'm telling you to swap out your pickup selection, do the neck pickup, the bridge pickup, play with your tone knob. You have even more flexibility to create different tones for your different guitar parts, which is a huge part of making a song sound huge, is having different tones. Don't have the exact same guitar tone. And then we didn't even unpack everything that Amplitube has. You've got all sorts of amps in here. Let me take a look at this here. We've got, under the British collection, there's the 8000, the 9000, the Silver, the Valve Pre. You get multiple amps out of the box with stomp effects. You can do reamping. This is like a guitar player's dream. This is great because like today, I'm not even at my studio, okay? I'm at my office, and so I can just bring this little box. I don't have to bring a bunch of stuff, a guitar, this little box, set up here, and just play. And I've got a ton of different tones. I'm playing virtually in real time through a USB interface, through amp modeling on my laptop, and it feels great. And I can get the tone I want, and I'm loving this. So kudos to my friends at IK Multimedia. Kudos to them innovating and taking amp modeling to the next level, not keeping it just software or just hardware, blending it in a way that I think is really the modern musician's workflow. It is a small, accessible interface that I can just plug in and get tones instantly with software, but have hardware tone shaping on the box, reamping, tuner built in. And then it's also just a legit audio interface. I could record the vocals through this. I could mic up my acoustic guitar through this. It's not just a DI. It could be your whole interface. 2 things for you before you go. 1, leave me a comment. Let me know if you've used the Axe-IO, and if so, what kind of Amplitube settings are you digging? Do you have a cool patch, cool preset that you like on Amplitube? Leave a comment. Let us know. That way we can kind of mimic it or create something really, really cool. Second, if you want to take this further, if you're like, look, cool, I've got some stuff, I'm recording some guitar, maybe even have the Axe-IO, but I want to be able to make my production sound professional. And I know it's not just getting the right amp setting. There's got to be more to it, Graham. There's got to be more. And you're right. Recording and tone is just one of 6 steps that every major production goes through to get from a song idea to what you're streaming on Spotify or what's playing on the radio or in the mall or in your car. And recording, again, is just one of those steps. It's not even the first step or the second step. There's 2 steps prior to recording, and then you have 3 steps after recording. And 2 or 3 of these are commonly skipped by home studio owners. It's just part of the problem of working by yourself when you don't know. So I have taken all 6 steps, distilled them down for you into an easy-to-read guide called my Radio Ready Guide. 6 steps to releasing a radio-ready song. It's an easy read, so it's not like a book. You can read it in a few minutes. It gives you step-by-step sort of a strategy to go from song idea to final release. It gives you a bunch of tips and tricks on each of those 6 steps to get the most out of them, including recording and then mixing and all those great things. And it's a reference that you can hold on to. So every time you make music and you're sitting down, like here, you could pull it up on old school paper or keep it on your phone or your tablet or whatever and reference it whenever you want so that you don't skip one of the 6 steps and you ensure that your songs sound as radio ready as possible. So it's an absolute free download just for watching these videos and hanging out with me. Just go to radioreadyguide.com. The link's here in the video. It's below in the description box. radioreadyguide.com. Download it, check it out, implement it. Please take action on it. It really will help you. It's helped thousands of my students. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'll see you on another video real soon.